Hello, my very excited friends. Virus here. It's that time of year. Another Pokemon Presents is upon us. This one is slated for the 8th, which is a Tuesday. And well, I've got quite a few predictions and hopes for this presentation, especially with how they hyped it up with what I'm showing you here, the little teaser for the presentation. And it seems like this is going to be a big one. I'll get into what I think about this later. I have a list. I'm going to go right down the list as usual. Up first is an all-new original Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for Switch. It's not uncommon for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon to have multiple games on a console at one time, so I can totally see them doing an all-original Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for the Switch. Perhaps with terrestrialization, because maybe they were waiting for Gen 9 to come out so they could implement that somehow into Mystery Dungeon, kind of like Mega Evolution. I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm going to fly right past that and go on to my next prediction, a Pokemon Colosseum / XD Gale of Darkness sequel. I know, it's probably not going to happen, but I can dream. I really think that a Gale of Darkness sequel would do so well, especially on the Switch, and they haven't forgotten the concept of Shadow Pokemon, clearly, because of Pokemon Go. So clearly that concept is still thought of to this day. If you don't know what Pokemon Colosseum and Gale of Darkness are, well, I just gotta tell you to look up a Let's Play of it, because it's such a good series. Probably one of my favorite Pokemon spin-offs / technically part of the main game, because you can transfer Pokemon from the main game into it. It's such a good Pokemon game, and I love it. And I would love to see a third installment. Next up on the list is more news on the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet DLC. It honestly surprised me that that Pokemon showed up in that most recent Nintendo Direct, because I thought they were going to save that type of news for this presentation. But nope, Pokemon didn't want to wait. So my guess is that this is going to be all the information we didn't get in the Direct. We might get information on the story, why you're there, why you're transferring to Blueberry Academy in the first place. Like, I honestly think that there's going to be a lot of that, which will be nice. And I'm excited to see if a release date drops too. That'll be really nice. Next up on the list, this is kind of like, just because everyone's hoping for this, Black and White remakes. I know it's probably not going to happen because we just got Diamond and Pearl remakes, and if they made another remake 2 years later, it would kind of be like they're admitting that they thought the remakes were bad as well and just try to like cover it up, which I'm in the minority. I loved the Diamond and Pearl remakes, and I feel like people would go wild over Black and White remakes. But that also, since there's such like a strong fan base around those games, it might mean that they look at it more critically than I let on. But, I mean, it would be cool. I don't think that they'll do it because they seem to like to do remakes for the anniversaries. But who knows? Next up, this is also another one people are just like throwing around because they want it to happen. The next Pokemon Legends game. Now, I think this one, I did a bit of thinking, and this one isn't as crazy as I think it is, because next year will mark 2 years since Legends Arceus, and if they announce it now, say it's coming in 2024, they could like make up any release date they want. That could be like the Pokemon game for the year while they work on Generation 10. And I think the concept of being like, you're the person to create the first Pokedex is very cool. I don't know what they could do for other types of goals in the game, but I think that's a really, really cool idea to make a game about you making the very first Pokedex. And I'd love to see this concept come back. Next up on the list is Pokemon Trading Card Game. I see the trading cards as more of a trademark of the Pokemon Company than the games sometimes. Just because the cards make just as much money as the games, I guarantee it. Maybe even more. And everyone's always wanting to get the new sets. And I want to get the new sets. They're just a little bit too expensive for me now, so I'm going to wait just a little bit until they go on sale. But I did pull the special illustration Koraidon, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was just from a random booster pack at a flea market. It was great. So I genuinely expect some TCG news, because it was in the last Pokemon Presents, so it's possible. Speaking of last Direct, mobile game updates. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get our Pokemon Go update. We're gonna get our Pokemon Sleep update. Hopefully. We're gonna get our Masters EX update. Probably Cafe Remix as well, maybe even a new mobile game, who knows? There are always mobile games in these presentations, but what disappoints me about the mobile games is they take up at least half of the presentation, most of the time more, and then they go into the big announcement, and then it's like, sweet. But that's the only thing I'm personally look forward to, because I just wish they would do these mobile game updates in like separate like trailers and such like that. I feel like they could dedicate this Pokemon Presents to like so much more than just mobile games. Oh, another one, Pokemon Unite. Of course, Pokemon Unite. That one will probably get like, hey, this Pokemon's coming to this game, I guess. But that's my best guess. Pokemon Go, Pokemon Sleep, possibly Pokemon Cafe Remix, Pokemon Masters EX, and Pokemon Unite. Those I guarantee, almost guarantee. I don't want to make any promises. They will most likely be there. Next up on the list is Let's Go Johto. Pokemon Let's Go Johto. I would love to see another Pokemon game in the style of Let's Go, because not only would it give us more Pokemon to be able to like transfer into our game and like transfer out of Pokemon Go, it would also mean that it's a continuing series, so we could look forward to maybe Let's Go Hoenn or Let's Go Sinnoh. That would be very cool, and they might actually be able to make a Gen 4 remake that everybody likes, hopefully. But I think Let's Go has a lot of potential in terms of becoming like a series, just because of like the concept of it. You catch Pokemon like in Pokemon Go, you can transfer Pokemon in from Pokemon Go. I don't think it works the other way around. I could be wrong. I haven't really played around with that feature. I've only sent in like a shiny and like a Rhyhorn. That's about it. But Let's Go Johto would be great, and it would make a lot of like Gen 2 fans happy, that's for sure. Next up on the list is something unexpected, something weird. Like maybe there's a Pokemon live action movie and The Rock plays Brock and Tom Holland is Ash Ketchum and Scarlett Johansson is Misty. Who knows? I don't know. It could be weird. It would be weird if they announced that. But I just want something really, really weird. Just like something completely out of the blue. Like maybe we can get a new type of Pokemon spin-off game. That'd be very cool. Next up on the list is classic Pokemon games. I'm basically putting it there because everyone else wants it as well. But I would really like to see classic Pokemon games like Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Ruby, Sapphire. I would love to see those games come to the Switch. Knowing Pokemon Company, there are one or two things that they could do with classic Pokemon games. They could release them separately, in separate collections, or on the Switch Online app. Or all three, or at least two of the three, who knows? I just know that everyone would love to play their classic Pokemon games again, and I would love to as well. Now, take a sip of water with me. Because here's my final prediction. And this ties in to the teaser, when it was blinking the neon logo, but then it went back to the normal one. I think that they're making a Detective Pikachu 2 movie, and that's what the big announcement's gonna be. Because, think about it, they're making a sequel to Detective Pikachu in the form of Detective Pikachu Returns. So it only makes sense that we get a movie not long after the game, right? People pick up the game, they say, wow, this is such a cool game, I love this series now. And then they realize there's a movie coming out, and that builds up all sorts of hype. That's just my personal theory and my personal, like, prediction, but I would love to see Detective Pikachu 2, and that's the only thing that really came to mind when I saw the neon, was like the neon, let me grab the, I have the DVD right here, I have the DVD case. All like the neon boards and all that, that's what caught my eye. So I don't know if Justice Smith and Ryan Reynolds would come back. That could be why we haven't seen Ryan Reynolds in a lot of movies lately. At least I haven't seen him in a lot of movies lately. And I think that's what the big announcement's going to be tomorrow. At the time of recording this, it's going to be, yeah, tomorrow. And I do plan to do a reactions video to it. That's going to be very fun. And then like 30-ish minutes to maybe an hour and a half, it'll be up on the channel, so you can watch my reactions to the Pokemon Presents. But I'm very excited. I'm kind of also going into this with like low expectations, because the last few Pokemon Presents seem like they do more with the mobile games. In fact, most Pokemon Presents these days just seem mostly about the mobile games, and then like some side announcements and then a big announcement. So I hope there's a lot of good stuff in this one, because it's been a little while since we've gotten a Pokemon Presents. I was really expecting one in like June, of all things. Did we get one in June? When was the last one? The last one that I at least reacted to, I believe, was 2/27/2023. So that was quite a while ago. So I hope they have a lot of good stuff in this presentation. I'm pretty excited. I love Pokemon. It's probably my favorite series of all time, next to Luigi's Mansion. And I'm looking forward to this. And I hope you guys are looking forward to this. What do you guys hope to come out of this this presentation? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss my reaction tomorrow. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Virus out. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go play some Super Mario 64.